Well, I got to tell you, the Chicago Sky are one of the worst basketball teams I've ever seen. And today, their coach literally just waved the white flag. He quit. He literally just said, Phoenix Mercury, destroy us even more than you're destroying us right now.
The Chicago Sky aren't just off to a bad start, they're sinking fast, and this might go down as one of the ugliest beginnings to a season in WNBA history. With a brutal 3-9 record, things already looked grim, but then came the total collapse against the Phoenix Mercury, and collapse might be putting it nicely. It was more like a complete basketball breakdown. Midway through the third quarter, Coach Tyler Marsh didn't just make adjustments, he hit the eject button. The entire starting five was pulled off the floor like he was abandoning ship. It wasn't about trying to win anymore, it was damage control. And right in the middle of this train wreck, Angel Reese, the face of the franchise, the so-called star who was supposed to lead the Sky to relevance. But instead of taking over, she's become the symbol of their downfall. If you think Angel Reese is playing like a baby giraffe out there, go ahead and drop baby giraffe in the comments. Let's talk about it.
Oh my God, this team is garbage. Golly. Man, Angel Reese with a triple single, 9 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. She was a minus 25.
Angel Reese, part 43. Let's get it. National TV stinker. Uh-oh. Temper tantrum. Bang! She only took one shot in the game. It's because her teammates refused to give her the ball. On the bright side, at least she has a podcast. Am I right? Bang! Sure, just take your sweet old time getting back on D, huh? Know where to be. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Look at that. Team player. Put her to the All-Star game. Bang!
Let's take a step back for a second. The Sky came into that game already in free fall, having dropped 5 of their last 6 matchups, and their ball control completely non-existent. They're averaging nearly 19 turnovers a night, dead last in the WNBA. That's not just bad basketball. That's like trying to perform brain surgery while wearing oven mitts. This team isn't just out of sync, and it's like they forgot how the game is even supposed to sound. The whole playbook out the window.
This team stinks. Angel Reese not even in top 10 in all-star voting. This team stinks. A triple single, and y'all was out there ranting and raving talking about her all-star. She should be an all-star. Like, man, come on, bro. Come on, man. Come on, man. This team is terrible.
The Mercury could sense weakness from the jump, and they pounced. Phoenix exploded to a 31-8 lead in the first quarter, while Chicago did them a favor, coughing up 13 easy points off 8 careless turnovers. But the real meltdown moment came in the third. Phoenix opened the half with an 11-3 blitz, stretching the lead to 25. And that's when Coach Tyler Marsh hit the emergency button. He didn't just make adjustments, he gave up. Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso were yanked off the court, not because of fouls, not for rest, but to spare them from more embarrassment. This wasn't just a coaching decision, it was a nationally televised surrender.
Chicago Sky is more like Chicago, why are you on TV? Like, they're embarrassment, bro. There's a reason why the Indiana Fever are on TV all the time, because they actually have a good product, when they have a good game, even a bad game, they're still actually fun to watch. This is horrible. Chicago Sky is an embarrassment, bro. The WNBA definitely screwed up having this game as a national televised game. They screwed up bad.
Phoenix looked like a team fighting for their season, playing with fire in their eyes. They shot a red-hot 56.5% from the field and an unreal 57.1% from deep. Sammy Whitcomb, she absolutely caught fire in the second quarter, dropping 5 threes like she was gunning for a prize at a county fair. By the final buzzer, the Mercury hit the century mark for the first time this season. Meanwhile, Chicago coughed up 21 turnovers and limped away with just 86 points. This wasn't a game, it was a straight up basketball beatdown.
I don't know what's wrong with them, but like, they could lose this game by 40. Like, I don't know. I don't know what is wrong with this team, because today it wasn't even, I don't even think that this was an effort thing. Like, I don't even think this was an effort problem. But At the end of the day, like, they're just not good.
But the real show didn't end when the buzzer sounded. The comedy continued in the post-game press conference, where Angel Reese tried to spin a total collapse into some kind of motivational speech. Despite shooting a career-worst 31.3% from the floor, Reese grabbed the mic and channeled her inner TED Talk speaker, preaching about growth and grit. In her world, this wasn't a blowout. It was a lesson in character. She talked about effort, intensity, and composure, all while pulling down just 2 rebounds and getting outworked by players half her size on the boards.
Game where her team lost by 21. She was a team leading a minus 25. We still trying to post up in 2025. Spread it out like butter. Butter pecan. Only had 2 rebounds, and you're about to witness one of them. How about that? Athlete. Bang! ESPN graphic, by the way. We're on a generational run. Bang! In your first shot, 6 minutes into the 3rd quarter. I don't care if it went in. Disgusting. How about it? Bang! Give it to her. This is a nice first team all cardio performance. She got her 10K steps in. Ole! 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 Angel, get back on defense! Bang!
And then came the cherry on top, her bold Sportswoman of the Year declaration. "I don't complain, I just work," Reese said, which is ironic considering she went 0 for 8 against the Liberty in a performance that looked more like interpretive dance than professional basketball. She's currently averaging just 9.1 points on an ugly 30.9% from the field, yet somehow believes a breakout is just around the corner. That's not confidence. That's full-blown delusion with a heavy dose of stat padding on the side.
Angel Reese got completely exposed today, man. Y'all see how she only took 1 shot today versus the Mercury and only had 2 rebounds? This goes to show she can't get all those rebounds without taking hella shots, getting her own misses, man. You've been completely exposed today, bricklaying sloth. Completely. When you ain't taking all these shots and missing all these goddamn layups and shit, you can't get your rebounds. So your rebounds go down because no missed shots, no rebounds, man.
And here's the wildest part. She keeps saying she's happy with where the team is at. Happy? This team has more dysfunction than a family reunion with your ex and their new partner at the table. Calling this growth is like applauding how nice the furniture looks. On a sinking ship, even her layups aren't safe. She's hitting just 28% from within 3 feet. At this point, you'd have better odds tossing the ball up blindfolded and praying for a miracle.
Obviously, this is my 3rd one. Obviously, it really meant something to other people today because it's me. And I just focus on basketball. I come into work every day and work. I don't complain. I don't care about anything else. I have bad days. I haven't been playing well at all. And I can sit here and just mope around and point the finger, but it's been me. And I take accountability. I come in every day and try to be better than the next and better than the last. And I know my teammates trust me. I know they have my back. Ariel has my back for everything. And I just love that being a part of a team that I know really trusts me and trusts my work, and everything else is everything else. I'm just here just to come to work every day and go home. That's all I want to do, is just come to work and being able to enjoy my job that I love. People would die and kill to have this job. And being able to play with the best players in the world means a lot to me. I put my all in this. I do.
Coach Tyler Marsh was brought in as the franchise's savior, the guy with championship pedigree fresh off back-to-back titles in Las Vegas. But now, he looks more like a man stuck in a public meltdown he didn't sign up for. His mission? Elevate Angel Reese, unleash Camila Cardoso, and turn this team into a legit contender. Instead, he's helming a disaster class in how not to run a WNBA squad. That blowout against Phoenix? It was his breaking point. Down 25 in the 3rd, Marsh didn't call a timeout, didn't give a locker room rally. He just pulled the plug on his starters like he was jumping out of a crashing plane. Later, he blamed it on managing minutes during a back-to-back. But let's be honest, we saw it in his eyes. That wasn't strategy. That was surrender. That wasn't coaching. That was damage control with a clipboard.
I am here to tell you guys, man, when it comes to the Chicago Sky, no one could have predicted that this team was going to be this bad. I mean, they are horrible, bro. I mean, my goodness. If you guys haven't heard by now, the Chicago Sky has lost another damn basketball game, this time to the hands of the Phoenix Mercury. The Phoenix Mercury put BTA all over the Chicago Sky. And I'm here to tell you, Tyler Marsh is getting the focal point of the blame, bro. But to me, you have to blame the players of this damn basketball team, starting with the leader of the team. I just gotta be honest. That is Princess Barbie Angel Reese. Man, she's been trash.
And through all of it, Angel Reese keeps acting like the league's out to get her. But let's be real, it's not some grand conspiracy. It's not the refs, it's the missed layups, the turnovers, the fact that guards are out rebounding her in the paint. She wants to be seen as a superstar, but you've got to show up during the game, not just behind the mic after it. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever are out there battling through contact, hitting logo threes, and clawing their way into playoff talks. The Sky. They can't even decide if they're rebuilding or just completely falling apart. The Mercury showed them what intensity looks like. Chicago, still searching for the lighter. And Angel, she better hope that Bet Award comes with a stat boost because the numbers don't lie. They scream. Right now, the Sky aren't just losing, they're spiraling. And if something doesn't change fast, they won't just finish at the bottom of the standings. They'll be the joke of the season.
I mean, seriously, the Sky's on national TV and to say they're getting worked is an understatement. Angel Reese hits a three, starts to get in a rhythm, one shot. So what does Tyler do? He benched her and Cardoso. Phoenix Suns starters are killing the Chicago Sky bench players. In fairness, they were killing the starters too. All right. Down 36.
Anyone paying attention could see what was really going on. Tyler Marsh wasn't pulling some genius coaching move. He was just done watching the disaster unfold. Benching the starters wasn't tactical. It was mercy. It felt less like a basketball decision and more like calling your mom to come pick you up early from summer camp because everything's going wrong. And let's be clear, this wasn't some isolated moment of frustration. Marsh has been dropping warning signs in post-game pressers for weeks, sounding like a man stuck in an endless loop of bad reruns. We can't keep beating ourselves, he said, again after yet another game buried under a landslide of turnovers and broken plays. The coach who was brought in to develop rising stars now spends most of his time just trying to explain away the chaos. He's less a strategist and more a crisis translator, breaking down how and why his team keeps imploding night after night.
Chicago Sky might be the worst basketball team to ever exist. It's real bad. I mean, this is a disastrous. The Chicago Sky are an abomination. It's a disastrous season. It is. Oh, they look bad. Kennedy Carter's crazier than a shithouse rat. Her 18 points a game looks awfully good right now. They've got no offense. They got nobody that can score outside of Cardoso. That can grab the ball and just take over and randomly drop 18 to 28 points in a game. There's no offense. And their defense is terrible, but they have no offense. No spark plug. Nothing.
Tyler Marsh arrived in Chicago with the reputation of a franchise savior, the guy who was supposed to mold raw potential into future all-stars. Instead, he's turned into the frontman for failure, dishing out polished coach speak while trying to patch up a sinking ship with paper straws. Take his latest spin on turnovers. We've had more possessions than other teams, but we keep giving them back. Translation? My players treat the basketball like it's lava, and I'm one game away from becoming a monk. To truly understand how far the Sky have fallen, you've got to look at the bigger picture. That 0-4 start, it tied for the worst in team history, and it didn't stop there. It got historically worse. The 60-point deficit they piled up in just their first 2 games, that's the worst start through 2 games in WNBA history. But it's not just the numbers, it's the way they're losing. That brutal showing against the Fever, only 52 points scored. That's their lowest total in over a decade, dating all the way back to 2011. On the other side of the ball, they've allowed over 91 points in 4 straight matchups. This isn't just a slump, it's a full-blown implosion. Broadcast live for the whole world to see.
I don't see it getting any better, man. I think this coach is going to be gone, and I think it's going to be a fire sale. I don't think there's anybody on this roster who's 100% guaranteed to be on this roster next season. I think anybody with the right price, any of these people can go. Just because I don't see the talent. I don't see any untouchable talent. I don't see any untouchable talent on this roster at all.
Defensively, the Chicago Sky are rewriting the record books, and not in a good way. They currently sit at the bottom of the league with a disastrous 113.6 defensive rating. They're giving up nearly 95 points a night and haven't held any opponent under 90 all season. It's become a nightly highlight reel for the opposition, with teams hitting 45.1% from deep, like they're at a summer shoot-around instead of facing professional defenders. And in the middle of this mess is the most tragic subplot of all, Camila Cardoso. She put up an impressive 17 points on 7 of 9 shooting against Phoenix, a performance that should have earned her praise and headlines, but instead it vanished in the smoke of her team's complete meltdown. If you've been watching closely, you've seen it. Her body language is shifting fast. What started as quiet optimism is turning into visible frustration every time Angel Reese launches into one of her chaotic solo plays. Every broken possession, every missed rotation, you can practically see Cardoso pleading with the bench like she's stuck in a psychological thriller. She's not just playing basketball anymore, she's surviving it.
Camila Cardoso was killing it in this game. 7 of 9 from the field, 77.8%. That's how a big is supposed to shoot. All right. Angel only shot the ball once. She did have 6 free throws, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 9 points. Camila had 17, and I gotta tell you, some of these players can't hit water if they fell out of a boat. It was ugly.
Camila Cardoso deserves so much more. She's been steady, efficient, and quietly doing her job, while Angel Reese barrels into traffic like it's part of her personal training regimen. Yet somehow both were benched like they were equal culprits in this meltdown. But make no mistake, Coach Tyler Marsh didn't pull them for rest. He pulled them to stop the bleeding. The optics, awful. The message, even worse. But let's be clear, this mess doesn't fall solely on Reese or Marsh. The dysfunction is baked into the foundation. The Sky built this roster like they were throwing darts at a whiteboard, hoping for chemistry and playoff magic. What they got instead was a disjointed group that can't shoot, can't defend, and definitely can't take care of the ball. With nearly 19 turnovers a night, they're practically handing games to their opponents. For comparison, elite WNBA squads average around 13 to 14. Chicago's tossing away 5 or 6 extra possessions like it's part of a giveaway event. This isn't just sloppy, it's sabotage. And the worst part, it was entirely predictable.
True is that this roster unfortunately was not built for success. With Courtney Vandersloot going down with the ACL injury, I just don't know how the Sky are going to weather this. See, teams have the Chicago Sky figured out. They figured out that they can go crazy from behind the arc because the Chicago Sky's perimeter defense is just not there. It's not effective. I was on the floor. I saw them fighting to get around these screens. They just can't get there.
While most professional teams would step up, own their failures, and course correct, the Chicago Sky have chosen a different path, hiding behind cliches and motivational sound bites. But real contenders don't fold when the pressure hits. They adapt, they push back. The Sky, they double down on dysfunction. Instead of digging out of the mess, they keep shoveling deeper. And now the question isn't whether they'll recover, it's just how far down this free fall can go. Tyler Marsh's move to bench his entire starting lineup may have looked like compassion from a coaching perspective, but competitively, it was a surrender. He didn't just pull his starters, he pulled the plug. And Angel Reese? She's quickly gone from college phenom to a walking warning sign. Her post-game interviews sound more like scripted monologues than accountability. She talks about growth, progress, hustle, but the numbers say otherwise. Her stats are tanking while her confidence is skyrocketing, a combination that's hard to watch. It's like watching someone say they're climbing while they're sinking fast. And right now, the Sky aren't just lost. They're pretending it's part of the plan.
It's bad. This was rough. Chicago Sky are not a good team. Why are they on TV so much? Wow. Sky coach benched his starters for most of the third quarter, still to play in a nationally televised game. Effing quitter. Chicago Sky loves getting humiliated on national TV.
Angel Reese keeps preaching positivity, talking about expanding her game, learning from every miss, and staying mentally tough. Sounds great in theory. until you look at the numbers. She's shooting below 31% from the floor and bricking layups like it's part of her warm-up routine. At this point, I'm working on my game has become less of a mantra and more of a meme. The harsh reality? The Sky got it all wrong, from player development to game day execution. Reese's raw athleticism may have been enough to dominate in college, but the WNBA is a different beast. Everyone here is fast, physical, and polished, and instead of helping her adapt to that, Chicago bet everything on her upside and ignored the need for actual production. Now, they're paying the price for a gamble that's falling flat in real time.
The Chicago Sky get blown out again, down 30 at home. Sky, if y'all was down by 30, y'all stink. Y'all are the jokes of the league, the laughing stock. Y'all can't talk about anybody else's team. This roster is trash. Y'all coach might be trash. The organization has been buns. We will see. We will see. But as of right now, Chicago Sky are trash. It was down 30 again. Angel Reese with a triple single. It is what it is, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel.
As for Coach Tyler Marsh, his championship legacy from Las Vegas has basically turned into a weekly press conference apology tour. That decision he made in Phoenix, it wasn't a tactical pivot, it was a televised surrender. He didn't just bench his starters, he benched the belief that this team had any fight left. This season is shaping up to be one of the most jaw-dropping collapses the WNBA has ever seen. It's what happens when marketing hype smashes headfirst into cold, hard reality, and reality drops 30 on you without blinking. It's part basketball disaster, part can't look away drama, and somewhere in the Chicago suburbs, Marsh is probably updating his LinkedIn while Angel Reese is rehearsing her next speech about growth in front of a mirror. Think Angel Reese is the most overrated player in the league? Drop a baby giraffe in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because this roller coaster isn't slowing down anytime soon. Click the video on your screen now, and we'll see you there.